more whiskey. I am extraordinarily hungover today. This is Brian Fiore. He's working the pole. Together we just got played. We're coming to you live from Dice Tower Con 2015 in Orlando, Florida.
Woo-woo!
This is Aron and Bethany Yert, and they are the best gamers that you'd ever want to find at a convention. Absolutely the most fun kind of people. And I hope you have your version of these at whoever con you're at. Today we're going to talk about Spyfall. Not Skyfall, Spyfall. I make that mistake a lot. And we're going to discuss what we both, well, all four of us like, actually. Brian, can you tell us a little bit about Spyfall?
Spyfall, Aron and Bethany here introduced us to the game, and it's a social deduction game. And it's basically, there's a series of cards that are dealt out, and there's a single location that all the players, except for the spy, have. And then each of the players there's a timer set, and I guess it could be different amounts of time depending on the different amount of players. And each of them have to then, each player starts asking another player a question, but it has to be an ambiguous question because you don't want to lead the spy to the destination where you are. However, at the same time, you're trying to ask questions pointedly or by innuendo so you can figure out who the spy is. And once everyone figures out who the spy is, or if they think they know who it is, then they can initiate a vote and try to identify the spy. Now, if they get the spy correct, then a certain number of points are awarded, and it's a series of rounds that take place kind of like back and forth. So Patrick, what would you say is your favorite thing about Spyfall?
It's a social interaction game, and that's not necessarily my cup of tea. I really like strategy games if you've ever watched this, but this is one that's very, very social interactive. If you're looking to have fun with a small group of people, it's got a lot of energy, it's a lot of fun. You get a couple of scuffle arguments. It's really kind of a fun thing to do. And Bethany, if you had to pick one thing that you liked about it, what would it be?
Well, it would be that you actually have to pay attention to what people are saying. Like a lot of times in social deduction games like Werewolf, it doesn't matter what other people are doing. It really doesn't. It's just, I mean, they're not really saying anything important. But in this game, you have to pay attention to how people say things. Like, you know, really kind of listen to their answers, listen to their questions, so you're engaged the entire time, even if you're not the one being asked the question or answering. So that's what I really like about it.
Big Bad Brian, what do you think is your favorite thing?
My favorite thing is it's very quick to set up and to get going. Just one quick round kind of explains the rules to everybody, and you really don't need any more than that. You can be up and playing in a matter of like 2 minutes. That's what I say. Aron, what would you say is your favorite thing about Spyfall?
It's got a lot of replayability. I mean, when we first got into board games, Werewolf was kind of a popular game for when we were in a big group, and there's not many games that play a large number of players. We play that, but I've probably played this game more times in the last 2 days than I played Werewolf in the last 3 years. So we played it again. I haven't done that for a game and I can't remember. So a lot of the location cards, I mean, you shuffle them around, pick up another one, and it's totally different. Spies are usually different, except for last night when Bethany was the spy like 3 times in a row. But just, I haven't done that with Werewolf in a long time. It's good to have a good game that goes up to 8 that you just play a lot.
Awesome. Patrick, what would you say is the thing that you like least about Spyfall?
I guess it's that original thing. I'm not really big about social gaming. It lacks a little bit of strategy. It's very creative, and I do like that aspect about it, but it's not like a deep thinker, it's not a mind bender, it's not a great strategy game. But you do have to get really creative with your answers because there's no set questions that you have to ask. You can ask whatever you want as long as you don't give it away. Yeah. Bethany?
Well, speaking of asking questions, it's really hard to come up with a question. So it takes a lot of the time that you're playing, that you have to find out who the spy is, to think of a question to ask. And I imagine that might get faster as we get more used to the locations, but right now that's my least favorite thing, is trying to think of those questions. So.
Big Dog Brian?
Well, you said it wasn't too much of a mind bender, and that's kind of true, but I don't usually play social. This is the first social deduction game that I've played, and I was literally at a loss for words for coming up with a question, as you said. For
great debate.
The first 2 to 3. Oh, okay. Oh, well, so, yeah.
Second.
Okay. But by the end of the game, I think my questions were dramatically improving, so it's a quick learning curve. Aron, what would you say is the thing that you like least?
I think that a reference card that everyone would have available to them is a must for this game, and they don't have that. They've got a rule book with all the pictures. It's kind of hard to read, so if you're the spy and you're not completely familiar with where all the locations are, you're trying to not look like you're looking at it, but you're looking at it, and so people can easily pick up on that. If everyone had a card And I guess as you play it more, you'll be more familiar with it, or guess what it probably is, and just kind of throw it out there. I'm terrible as a spy. I'll throw that the 2 times. Someone asked me questions like, I have no idea how to answer this, and be nonchalant without just seeing obvious that I'm the spy. So that would have been helpful. But I love that the question asking part of it. So I don't know, like when I'm the spy.
The player code would be genius. It would be a great idea. And the fact that they've got so many different locations helps its replayability, but also hurts you if you're not super familiar with the game. So that's a really smart idea. I think they should have it.
And you can make your own. It's a lot of more work on the purchasers.
It comes with one big player mat with all the locations, but there really should be maybe a color copy or something, and so the person asking the question and the person being asked the question each have one like in front of them to look at, so
it's not as obvious that
they're not giving away a tell.
And you're just kind of, I'm just messing around with that for no reason. Not the spy.
Well, I'm Patrick. This is Bethany, Brian, and Aron Yert. We just got played. I'm gonna go ahead and head to the bathroom. You hold my hair. I think I'm gonna get sick.
What hair? Seriously, what hair?
Bethany. It's a private thing between me and Brian. Don't get involved.
What kind of production is this?
You guys are lucky I'm wearing pants.
Why did you call me to come here? I love you, baby.